Good morning everybody, how are you all? It's Laura here from See Clear Counselling, and on a Wednesday as always I come on with a quick 10-minute video with some tips and hints on managing and reducing your anxiety. And today I'm going to be talking about your internal anxiety smoke alarm. Now, our internal anxiety smoke alarm is very much like the smoke alarm that we have in our home. So if you think about your smoke alarm at home, your smoke alarm is there to make sure that you are not in danger if a fire should happen in your house. And if there's a fire, your smoke alarm will go off and alert you to the danger of fire in your house, and you can then evacuate your house and run away from the danger. But of course we all know that our smoke alarm can be a little bit too sensitive, and sometimes our smoke alarm goes off when we've only burnt the toast. And that means that we aren't in any real danger from a real fire. We don't have to evacuate and run away from our house. What we probably do is get a tea towel, flap it under the smoke alarm, disperse the smoke, and we stop that incessant beeping of the smoke alarm, and we can go back to what we were doing before. And our anxiety smoke alarm is very similar to that. And we're going to talk about that in this video. So for those of you who don't know me, my name's Laura. I'm a counsellor and cognitive behavioural therapist who specialises in working with anxiety, and I have my own private practice, See Clear Counselling in Poole in Dorset. And if you want to know more about what I offer, then you can go to my website www.seeclearcounselling.co.uk. And it's lovely to see people coming on and watching. I think we've got Alex and Francis and Steve and Joanna. Hello all, thank you very much for joining me. And if you have any comments about anything that I talk about or any questions, please do put them in the comments below. I will always come back and answer your comments if I miss them in the video. And if you're watching on replay, put #replay. It just sends the video out to more people. So that smoke alarm that we have in our home, we have an internal anxiety smoke alarm that works in much the same way. We have an anxiety response, which is our anxiety smoke alarm, and we have a fear response, our fight or flight response, which is our response to that smoke alarm to enable us to get away from the danger that anxiety is telling us is around us. So, much like our smoke alarm at home, our internal anxiety smoke alarm can become too sensitive. So instead of alerting us to the real danger that is around us, it can start to alert us to things that aren't really dangerous, much like the burnt toast that isn't dangerous. It will identify the smoke from the burnt toast and the smoke alarm goes off. Our anxiety alarm does much the same. It will think that something is dangerous to us and it will set off our anxiety alarm. And much like our smoke alarm at home, we have then that incessant beeping when our smoke alarm goes off, and we have our own internal beeping. When we get anxious and our anxiety smoke alarm has been set off, we get those horrible feelings such as the racing heart, hyperventilating, sweating, going hot and cold, feeling dizzy. They are equivalent to the beeping of the smoke alarm. But what happens if that beeping is going off even though there is no real danger? And actually there is no fire and we don't need to run away. Our fear response doesn't need to kick in. So we need to find ways to understand if our anxiety alarm has gone off because there is real danger or whether it's gone off because we've burnt the toast. So just imagine perhaps that you're in a supermarket and you're walking around the supermarket and suddenly you feel this kind of surge of fear go through you. Your heart starts beating faster, you start hyperventilating, and you feel that anxiety come on you. Now, there is no real danger, there is no fire that you need to run away from. But maybe the bright lights around you, the crowds of people around you, the noise that is going on around you has set off your sensitive smoke alarm. And it's interpreted those much like our smoke alarm interprets the burnt toast. And it almost feels that you are in danger and you need to run away from that danger. But if you're able to, get out your proverbial tea towel and flap it under your smoke alarm, then your anxiety will start to calm down and you will realise that actually you can carry on as normal because there is no real danger and you don't need to evacuate or run away from that danger. So start to think about how sensitive your internal anxiety smoke alarm is, and is it going off too often, much like your smoke alarm at home might go off when it doesn't actually need to. We need to know when the anxiety alarm is going off for real danger. If we step out into a road and there's a car coming, we know that that anxiety alarm is going off because we are in real danger, and we will react to that in the right way, jump away from the oncoming car and save ourselves. But if the smoke alarm is going off when we're walking along the pavement and we aren't in any danger, we then know that it's going off too sensitively and it's burnt toast, it's not a fire. So start to think about things that you can do that help to calm down the beeping of your smoke alarm so that you can return to normal life instead of evacuating and running. And counselling can help you find ways to manage this anxiety, calm down your anxiety response and return back to normal, just calming yourself down. And on my website, www.seaclearcounselling.co.uk, I have a page, free resources and courses, and I have some free worksheets with breathing exercises and grounding techniques that can offer you that calming way of being able to stop the beeping of the smoke alarm. And my 6-week course gives you a number of tools and techniques that can help you to calm down your anxiety. So that might be helpful to you. So I hope that that's been helpful to you, thinking about your anxiety as that smoke alarm, and maybe thinking that about if your anxiety smoke alarm has become too hypersensitive and is going off too often, and that actually there is no real danger, there is no fire, and what we need to do is somehow disperse that smoke, get the proverbial tea towel out, flap it under the smoke alarm and stop that incessant beeping, all of those physical symptoms that anxiety brings, and be able to calm ourselves down and return to what we were doing before. I hope that's been helpful, and I'll see you again next Wednesday around about the same time. And thank you everyone for joining me. Bye for now.